situation, but what ended up happening was when me and her first met, right? Me and her first met, she had one kid. She had like a little girl, right? And, you know, me and her dated and whatever. And she, you know, she did a couple of little goofy things, nothing serious. And I was like, nah, I'm done. So we dated for like a year and then we broke up. But right at the end of us breaking up, she got pregnant, right? And I was under the impression that the child was mine, right? So we went through all of this little goofy shit and we ended up getting back together because of that. And we ended up staying together for like, you know, for like 10 years or whatever. And it was in that time, you know what I'm saying, that because we had like, when we got back together, it was good for like a good 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying? And then it started going downhill after that. So as far as like the single mother thing, if I had it all to do over again, I would have, if I had it all to do over again, I would have just stayed single, like for real.
Because me personally, I always tell people, if you don't have kids, don't date nobody with kids. If you're going to start a family, start your own. The amount of the baggage and the shit that you deal with when you date somebody with a child, it's not worth it. And then, you know, for people who have no kids,
I'm sorry. Let me interrupt. You mean date seriously or just date in general?
But see, here's the thing.
Why are you entertaining somebody with a child?
But here's the thing, though. This is what you gotta realize. When I started dating her in the 90s. And for us Gen Xers, this was, especially where I lived at the time, this was some new shit. This wasn't like, it wasn't like now where you can come to the manosphere or you can come to the internet and you can hear all of these stories about what dudes went through and all of that shit. Like when I was younger, you got with a chick, if she had a kid or whatever, it was like, oh, she got a kid. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like anybody had really sat down and did an analysis of this type of shit. Like avoid this and avoid that. You know what I'm saying? I was growing up in that era where everybody was saying, oh, if you date a chick and she got a kid, you need to accept her kid and blah, all that bullshit.
I grew up in that era too.
Bitches love saying that shit. But my thing is this, right? If you have no kids, if you date someone with a child, even if you marry that person, you're never gonna come first. Why would you? If you're gonna come second to your own kid, not a nut you did not bust.
Well, you know. Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I mean, you know, there's dating for long-term relationships, and there's dating because you're just hanging out, you're just having fun.
Avoid them at all costs, because you could possibly, if you fuck a single mother, even if it's recreational pussy, there is the chance that you might get her knocked up. Don't do it, bro.
You know what's funny about that? The book that I got, shameless plug, the book that I got coming out, that's what the very first couple of chapters talk about, is avoiding dating single mothers if you're a dude that don't have no children. You know what I'm saying? Even if, you know, just it's better just to avoid it, because I said the same thing. If she already got a kid, you're never gonna be first. She's already developed a bond with the kid, and that bond comes before the bond between you and her. Only way y'all can create a bond. Yeah.
You'll always be in her life. You will never be the only man. You're wasting your fucking time.
Check this out right quick. I want to give a shout out to the RXO for the $5 donation. She said, greetings to the panel. I hear a lot of mind-blowing stories constantly, and I must ask this serious question. Where do you gentlemen find these women?
Everywhere.
And
that's what I want to say, though. I know most women gonna be dumb, but it's some women out here that ain't gonna, that know better. That I got a good husband. I'm gonna listen to him. He's the leader, and the little kid is not the head or not the. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's some women that don't have to have. Most women
are gonna put their child first. Biblically, I know everyone's religious beliefs are different, but biblically, when you get married, your spouse comes first, not your child.
That's right.
If a woman has a child, once you get married, your child no longer comes first. Your husband comes first. Why? Because you and your husband have a covenant. You're bound to your husband until death, not your child. But how many people are gonna put their child second? Most people will not, and that is also another reason why a lot of marriages don't work out, because you're not doing things the way God. And I know everyone's belief is different, but you're not doing things the way God told you to. That does not mean you shit on your child or you neglect your child or mistreat your child. No, you let your child know that they are important. However,
Hey,
it
how
is
old?
God,
Go ahead, girl.
the man, the woman, and then the child. And then I'm gonna be honest, until a woman, whoever, but until a woman acknowledges the order and the law in which God set, stop wasting your time. You're wasting your time.
Well, you know what? Let me jump in a second, because you know, I actually had a lot to say when you guys were talking about you know, relationships and marriage earlier, and people often you know, the baby mama and stuff like that. My whole take on this thing is that marriage is dead. I understand what you're saying, sister, but that marriage shit is over. And I think
then people shouldn't be having children.
I mean, well, it's pretty much a trap. I think the way that you have children now is totally different from the way that you have children in the past. The way you had children in the past is based on what she just said. You have a covenant with that woman, and you have a family, and you raising that shit. That's over with. That is over. Now you got
God's word don't change. God's word don't change. So if people don't want,
but you got God, and you got God, and you got the devil.
Let me tell you right now. Marriage through the state. You put marriage through the state. That's the problem. You don't put God over your marriage. When you sign that contract, the state is over your marriage.
There you go. So
you can't make your own contract.
So we on some new world order shit right now. We on some new world order shit. When you go and get married, I ask people, I said, what's the purpose of going to the state to get a marriage license? What's the purpose of that?
To make sure that you don't marry white women.
Say that again.
To make sure you don't marry white women. That's what
that's why the marriage license was created.
That's why it was created.
Do y'all know where they file? Do y'all know where they file marriage license, marriage certificates? Do y'all know where they file them at?
In the Cook
In
County.
the courthouse.
They file them in orphans court.
In family court.
In orphans court.
Family court, man.
No, that's probate court. That's not family. That's probate. You got to go to probate.
So in my opinion,
no. I'm talking where they filed a marriage certificate. Like when you get the birth certificate, just like if you get a ticket from the police officer, or we call them policy enforcer, he's identified as a witness. On the certificate, you're on the birth certificate application, you identified as a witness. The marriage certificate is a receipt that you sold your children.
It's a business.
That's why you don't have no control.
At the end of the day, it's a business, and this is what I'm trying to get into. Go ahead, young lady. I'll go after you.
Okay, so according to the Bible, right? The Bible, and I know everyone doesn't believe in the Bible, but this is just my reference.
I believe in the Bible.
No. I know that you might, but I know that everyone does not. That's why I make the disclaimer. So according to the Bible says obey magistrates, which pretty much means obey the law as long as the law does not conflict with God's law, because God's laws come first. According to God, it's not a sin to have a marriage certificate, right? So, and let me say this.
You got to understand the game, though. You got to understand the game.
I understand what you're saying.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, one at a time.
Yeah, let her finish the point.
Know a lot of girls who call their baby daddy or their boyfriend their husband, but you don't got no fucking certificate. So me personally, I'm not against marriage certificates, because I'm gonna be honest, without a marriage certificate, these bitches will be calling y'all their goddamn husband.
That's okay. They could do that.
No, that marriage certificate is evil, and it is against the Almighty's commandments. We don't put. That's what I'm saying. That's what men do.
It is not.
Yes, it is. Because
let me jump into this.
Let me tell you why. Because the Almighty said in Deuteronomy 24, that if you get a divorce, all you gotta do is write a marriage, write her a bill of divorce and send her out your house immediately. You don't have to wait a whole year and wait until the state tell you when to get divorced. And the Almighty already told us how to get divorced.
Here's the thing, though.
That's not God's law, though. Man made that law.
When you go with man's marriage license, you gotta go by man's rule. That's what I'm saying. It's against the commandments, because you can't do the commandments.
Let me say this. So, young lady, you said.
So what you said, real quick.
But hold on. Here's the thing. Regardless of marriage, regardless of state-sanctioned marriage or non-state sanctioned marriage, what the important point is if you want to be able to have, if you're a traditional type person and you're trying to have a marriage style lifestyle, you have to be with that woman for a certain amount of time without any children involved in order to develop a bond between the two of you, so that when you do have a damn child, the child recognizes both of you as an authority figure, and the two of you are more bonded than the child, because the two of you have to raise the child. If you go into a situation where there's already a child there, that bond can never happen. And that's part of the reason why it's so difficult for these brothers to have any relationships with these chicks, because this, especially if they have a son, because the son is taking the role of the damn husband in the situation.
Well, you know what?
I have brothers still married that had a woman when she, that don't mean nothing. If she know he's a righteous man, he could whoop the child. That's his child. And
I don't know about that, but you know what?
I'm just saying, it's some women that will allow you to be a father.
You whip another man's child, you might have some problems.
If you taking care of her and that baby, then and then you are her husband, you're married to her, she will let you. You know what I'm saying? She know who the man is.
But you know what? Sometimes you end up.
A lot of them school, but not all of them.
Hold on. Let me get a word in. I didn't get a chance to speak.
Let me just address that real quick. Let me just address that real quick. I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't work. Even if she allows him to do it, okay? Women have a natural instinct to protect their children from a guy that is not the biological father. So even if she allows you to do that shit, animosity is growing inside that woman every time you spank that child.
That is
real
not
shit,
true, bro.
That
is not true.
The child knows you're not his father. The child
not if he did something wrong.
No, the child.
The mama and the dad can see he did something wrong.
What you said?
Check this out.
One at a time, bro. One at a time.
Bro, you think these women love their kids, bro? They don't give a shit. The kid might have resentment, but the wife.
Hold on, dirty.
Man, I'm talking about the ones that do. I'm not talking about the raggedy chicks. I'm talking about the ones that's decent. That's the ones I'm talking.
All right, bro. Look, let me jump in here. So
you
said,
bro.
Okay, go for it.
Give a shout out to C Square for the $5 donation. He said, "I'm starting to believe that his name, Angryman, ain't just made up name. He earned that name. You stupid."
No, I did earn it.
Okay, angry man. Let me jump in.
I got one more.
I earned it. I'm a million times better than I used to be, bro. For real.
I feel you. I want to give a shout out to Brother Reality for the $8 donation. He said, "I agree with the lady. If we're not marrying, I bring a child to the situation like that. How does that work for the both of us?" I agree fully. Shout out to you for the $8 donation, Brother Reality. All right,
Angry man, let me respond to what you just said earlier. You said it's you mentioned irregardless of whether or not there's a marriage. You can't really just ignore the marriage certificate, because that's the root of where all these relationships problems are actually stemming from. The reality of it is that we have shifted. And a lot of people can't see it. We have shifted from the way things used to be, where there's a contract, a covenant, as that young lady said, between a man and a woman, shifted to a situation where there's a contract with the state, then the man, then the woman, right? And because we have that situation, that's why we have so many relationships that's being destroyed. And, things are changing. I hope they change for the better. But right now, the average brother just doesn't have any rights as it regards to his kids. You only have the rights that the woman allows you to have. But the instant that woman don't want you to have a relationship with the kids, I live in Chicago. I see it all the time. I've been to family court all the time. And I see brothers in there crying. She won't let me see the kids. They go before the judge. Judge don't do anything. You see what I'm saying? And then they got to go.
I agree with that. But the point that I'm trying to make, and the reason why I said regardless, is because I'm more focused on whether or not the fucking chick actually gets along with you. Because if the chick don't fucking get along with you and she's not cooperative, it don't matter if you got a piece of paper or not. She gonna be a problem.
So and again, that's what I'm trying to get to. That marriage shit is over, because a woman will always change. the way things are going now, this is the standard, is that you get with a guy, and when you don't like him, you basically dispose of him. Now you get his income. We are, for the most part, majority of men are disposable men. You come in, you go in a relationship, you have 2 or 3 kids, and once she gets tired, she's going to dump you, right? And now you're going to be in a situation where you paying, depending on your income. If you get your money from the street, you good, right? Because they can't track your income. But if you in this mark of the beast system, right, where you're using your social security number, because that's what the marriage contract leads to, using your social security number in order to get employment. You like reading the Bible, so it talks about the mark of the beast. No man shall basically eat or buy anything unless he bears a mark. And most people out here are using the social security number, and that's how you basically operate in this system. You need a social security number to get a bank account. You need a social security number to, go and get a credit score, which you can buy other things. So you're in that system. And once she gets tired of you, she's going to basically cut you loose. And that's the norm. The norm is that the relationship lasts up until the point where she gets tired of you. That shit where you people together for 20 and 30 years, those people are few and far in between. I promise you. I want to respond
to something you said. I'll just real quick, because I think people are missing the point, because a lot of people don't study. The mark comes from a brand. You branded your nationality or your status. And y'all call yourself black people. That's the mark. It's not the social security number. In England, it's called a social insurance number. So that's not the mark. Number 2,
all governments, let me tell you something, bro. All governments have a social insurance system.
I just said that. That's basically what I said.
No,
so
right.
When I'm saying marriage,
only the ones with the Queen of England deal with that Social Security. Only when you have a prime minister.
I won't say all. I won't say all. All the industrialized nations have a social insurance system. Yes. But getting back to this marriage.
The other point is marriage in itself comes from the word marry. The word marry means to give offspring. That's what it means. Marriage is solely for children. Like sex is solely for children.
We're going to agree to this. We're going to keep on agreeing to disagree with that one.
It's not possible. It doesn't have any. You don't have a choice to agree with it or not. It's what the word actually means. It's what it actually comes from.
We can agree to disagree.
It's not an agreement thing. It's what the word means.
It's
the etymology of the word. The word marry means to give offspring.
So the entire
point, whether we agree with it or not, the entire point of a man and a woman coming together in a marriage is to have children.
What do we call a marriage? The coming together of 2 people. What the fuck is a child? The coming together of 2 people.
Who do not desire to have children, or a woman who is barren can't get married?
No, that's not what he's saying. Check this out.
No, hold on.
No, wait. I got this. I got this one.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You quoting the Bible. The Bible even tells you in the Bible, if your wife is barren, you can have a child with another woman.
It does say that.
That's adultery.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So no, it's not. It depends on
him another woman. Abraham's wife gave him another woman. Sarah gave him another woman. Right?
Hagar.
And then what happened?
Hagar.
I was trying to tell her in the
she was not supposed to.
He did that though. What do you mean she was? Abraham didn't get no trouble. God didn't say Abraham was evil because he had more than one wife. Same thing with Moses. He had more than one wife. He didn't say he was evil.
She is under the impression that monogamy is real. Monogamy, you just started being monogamous when you got here.
So
never monogamous.
Like I said, we can just agree to disagree. You guys don't have to believe in monogamy. That's fine. You guys have your opinions. I have my opinions. That's all.
So let me ask you guys a question.
Israel had 4 wives, which made the 12 tribes of Israel.
Old Testament,
he had different children with his wives, making the 12.
Old Testament, correct? Once Jesus came, you cannot have more than one
wife.
Jesus said that?
No, Jesus didn't say that.
Jesus didn't say that.
Paul said that, and he was a 2-time divorcee. He didn't even like women.
He didn't even like women. He said don't even touch women.
Number one. But the Bible says that God says it's good for a man to find a wife, not wives.
Wait. This is
Look, I can't.
Which prophet was evil for having more than one wife? Was it David? Was it who was it? Was it,
Y'all,
I mean, you got a whole
y'all
list of it. Was it
entitled to your
Moses?
opinion.
Y'all
You
arguing the
guys are
wrong.
entitled to your
Y'all
Which
opinion.
are.
one?
Wait, stop.
Y'all,
Wait, no, no,
y'all
no.
are entitled to your opinion.
Why
And
do you
you're
keep
not the
saying
Almighty,
opinion?
obviously, because you don't know judgment.
Y'all
Because
are
obviously,
entitled
because
to
Israel,
y'all's
he
opinion.
loved Israel, right? The
You
Almighty
guys
loved
have your
Israel.
opinion.
Israel had
and
4
you
wives.
guys have your points of
He had a
view,
whole
and I
nation called
respect.
Israel. I'm an
You
Israelite.
guys have your points of view, and I completely
No.
respect that. We
No, I
just have a
understand. You gonna
difference
keep
of
repeating
opinion, and
yourself.
that's
Can I say
fine.
something? You can keep repeating yourself. This is what I'm saying though.
Oh my
The
God.
Almighty's child, he loved Israel. I'm an Israelite. He had 4 wives. His
Bro,
4 wives made the 12 tribes of Israel. His 4
There
wives.
is-
His 4 wives.
Y'all arguing the
Old
symptom.
Testament?
This
Right,
isn't even,
right.
wait,
No, but what I'm saying is,
I'm just asking. I'm just
yeah.
asking.
So Christ came from
Okay.
Israel, right? Christ was an Israelite, so he came from the descendants of somebody who had 4 wives, right?
Facts.
Old Testament?
He came. His descendants. His father had more than 1 wife. He had 4 wives. Israel was his name. He was an Israelite, like David was an Israelite.
I'm not debating you because I do not know
So it's
everything
not
about
evil.
the
It's
Bible.
not an
I'm
evil. It's
simply
only
saying
evil to
that
feminists.
once again, that is your what?
Y'all
It's only
arguing,
evil to people who have only white people say it's evil because every other country, what the Arabs say it's okay, the Africans say it's
like I
okay.
said,
It's only a European
Y'all
mind
arguing
state.
the wrong part. Y'all. This is
Okay,
an
it's only
argument.
okay.
Go ahead, Dirty. Go ahead,
I
Dirty.
personally
Go
feel like we
ahead.
can just agree to disagree
No,
and move on.
it's not. It is a disagree to disagree because here's the issue. Men's love is duty. Women's love is a reflection of men's duty. So men have the capacity and ability to love. What men are saying is, in order for me to pay for this pussy and pay for these kids, I needed to be my pussy and my kids. This is an ownership thing to me. What women are saying is, what about love? It's a very Disney thing.
Women don't believe in love. Most women don't believe in love.
It doesn't matter if they believe in love. They believe in weaponizing men's love. What I'm saying is that what she's saying is right for her. Y'all arguing her natural law. This not even religion is based on natural law. Her natural proclivity is to find a man that loves me and protect me and provide for me.
I disagree with that, bro.
You can disagree, but this is what she said.
Let me tell you why, so you understand. Though the way we think is basically formed by the culture and where we grew up and where we were brought up in, and we're brought up in a society where monogamy is basically the standard. But go ahead and finish your thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But it's not. But bro, it's not.
No other Africans think this way. Only
Not
niggas got captured by white people. All the rest of the Africans, you can have more than 1 wife everywhere else.
That doesn't mean it's right, but okay.
Go ahead.
Hold on, wait.
That doesn't mean it's right.
No, one man and one woman is not natural. Let me ask the sister a question. What do you think is the norm? Do you believe the norm is that you have a lot of brothers out here that have lots of kids by different women, or do you think there's more men out there that just has a kid by one woman? What do you think is the greatest statistic? Men with multiple kids by different women, or men with 1 kid, or all of the kids by one woman? What do you think the statistic is?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. A part of me wants to say because it's a small percentage of black men that are having children out of wedlock. So I would assume that those same men that are having children out of wedlock are having children by multiple women.
Hold on a second.
But
Did you just say there's a small percentage of black men having kids out of wedlock? Did you just say that?
Based on the statistics, 54% of black men are single and childless. From what I've heard.
The statistics
there are more black women having children out of wedlock.
So I made a video, right?
That's polygamy.
So hold on a second. I made a video, and this video is called "Why You Shouldn't Listen to Kevin Samuels." And in that video, no, seriously, in that video, I go through the statistics, and the statistics are black women do not marry. Black women, when they go and they file for Social Security benefits, they have a problem of getting the widow benefit because they've never been married. And the reality of it is that actually black women are pretty much the alphas of the African American community because they're more likely to be more educated. They're more likely to start their own business. And, for the most part, when it comes to, the family court situation, they're going to win in that regards, right? So let me just say this, and I want to see if you guys agree or disagree. I think the way for black men in this day and time to have kids is to basically not even get married. Just have an agreement with that woman that you want to have a kid, and you come to an agreement on how you're going to raise the kid. If you're together, you come to an agreement on how you're going to raise a kid. When you separate, his brother's shaking his head.
Absolutely
and
not.
If you divorce,
you can't negotiate with terrorists. They have murdered 23 million children in 60 years. Wait. They have murdered. They have murdered 20. They have murdered 23 million children in 60 years. I'm not sitting down with a pathological murder.
Can I ask the sister a question? Let me ask the sister a question, right? So scientifically, right? If you have and biologically, right? If every single, let's say every man on the planet was straight and every woman was straight. If you paired off every single man with every woman, how many women would be single?
A lot, because we outnumber men.
A lot, right? Okay, so women have always outnumbered men, right?
I don't know if it's always been that way, but I know that it's that way now.
It's always been that way. It's always been that way, right? Women have always outnumbered men. That's one. Number two, men have a biological drive to actually produce more children with multiple women. If a man is with a woman for longer than 2 years, he will start getting a urge to want to be with another woman. It's called the Coolidge effect.
I don't believe in polygamy.
Hold on, wait. I know you don't. Already got that. But I'm trying to break down for you. There's a difference between what we think is right in the common day and what actually is supposed to be. Okay, if men, check this out. If men, I mean, you can agree to disagree, but it's facts. If men actually,
well, we'll still agree to disagree on what you say are the
facts. Look, listen. There's a reason why it takes a woman 9 months to produce a baby, but men produce sperm every single day. Okay,
that's not true, bro. That's not true. It's every 3 days.
Well, you know what I mean.
But go ahead.
Here's the thing. You know what I mean. At the end of the day, it's already a fact that if men did not produce the way we produce, we would have died off a long fucking time ago. Okay, it's just the truth, and women don't want to accept it because we have to accept women in everything that y'all do as far as what y'all do, but nobody ever really wants to take the time to understand why men are built the way we're built and understand why we have to operate the way we operate. We just want to put morality on it and these different things on it that don't even really fit to it. You understand? So if you have women and you've got all of these women out here that's constantly being produced more than men, okay? If every man, and you're starting to see it right now, if every man starts to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna have no damn kids, right? You're gonna start to see a diminishing of the damn population. You already see it right now. Yeah, because that's why they're training everybody.
Is that a bad thing though?
That's why they're training. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Wow. But wait, Angry Man, you see what I'm saying? That's what they want though. Because when you have a chick, I don't mean no disrespect to nobody that's listening. When you have a chick, listen to this. I'm gonna do a video on this, destroying monogamy. You have a chick whose self-worth is attached to everybody has to have less than me, or I don't want nobody else to have what I have. You're a chick that don't want for your sisters that you want for yourself. I'm monogamous. When you ask hold on, let me rock. When you ask most of these females on that position on monogamy, they say I'm selfish. I don't share.
Exactly.
Men are the same.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Pause. Just wait a minute. If you're selfish, you're not a mother. You're not a wife. You're not a girlfriend. Because and the thing you say is, hold on, relax. Like I said, I know your self-worth is attached to it. I get it. I get your passion. If you're saying you don't share, these men appear like I'm some fucking pair of socks. Y'all don't understand how fucking disrespectful that shit is. Like I'm some shit you can control, like a basketball, like we fucking children. You haven't understand how fucking demonic a person that's walking around with brown skin in North America, when every motherfucking culture you've ever came from, every religion is based off polygamy. Every single solitary one of them. Most people don't know history. So when you have these chicks in their mindset, when they go, I want to be the only one with a fantasy, that means they want to be the only one. That's why they fucking up children.
Well, first of
Because
all,
they want to
let me say something. So a man who doesn't want to share his wife or doesn't want to share his girl, is he just as demonic?
That's different. That's different. That's different.
Okay.
It's not equal. One more second. After you just went over the fact, y'all can make in 1 year, in 12 years, in 12 months, you can maybe have 2 pregnancies. You can have 2 pregnancies. Maybe you'll be maybe you'll have two like what is it? Premature births. You can have 2 premature births. I can make one of you a week. You ain't equal.
Does that mean you should?
That means the natural law that you were talking about, the natural law that you talk about, the God that you talk about, he produced that.
Okay, so listen.
So we know who you really upset with.
So listen, I'm telling y'all straight up, you guys have your opinions and I have mine.
It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion.
Wait.
Can I finish? Can I talk? Can I finish? Okay.
Bro, you can't even date a girl.
You have your opinions, right? I have mine. We
not
will
an opinion.
never come to an agreement. Can I finish?
Go ahead.
We will never come to an agreement. Therefore, I respect you guys' views or beliefs or whatever. I respect it because you are entitled to whatever. So to me, we can just respectfully agree to disagree, and that's it.
Well, wait a minute.
Well, I'll say this on the sister's behalf. Polygamy will never happen in the United States. I mean, that's a fact.
That's a lie. That's happening now.
What you have now, what you have now is polyamory relationships, but polygamy in the sense where you have multiple.
No. Wait a minute. 1 second. Polygamy. Poly is more. Gamy means to marry. What did I say? Marriage is. It means to give offspring. We're only doing polygamy. We are doing it now.
So not to get technical, you'll not be able to officially marry multiple women. It's not going to happen. But the reality is,
wait. Hold on. Let me say.
Hold on a second. Are you moving to Nevada?
Fam, wait. Let me say something. Hold on.
If you ain't moving to Nevada, it ain't gonna happen, bro.
You have something called religious rights through ecclesiastical jurisdiction. You can do it anyway. Like y'all was talking about.
I want to see that one. I want to see that
talking about the birth certificate. Hold up, my son. I gave him a baptismal certificate. I took his baptismal certificate to the state, and I got his social security number.
Right.
A lot of y'all like 50, 60 years behind.
You can have multiple kids, but you're not gonna have multiple.
It's the same thing. What I'm telling you is your religious status, religious right. You can use it.
All I can tell you is don't try it in Chicago because you're gonna have some problems in Chicago. Go ahead.
Hey, y'all just missed something. Y'all missed something major just now. Okay. Here's the thing. If we really gonna go into biblical study, if we really gonna talk about God's word and all of that, right? What you just witnessed is something that has been happening for a long time. And I've tried to use biblical study in relationships. And you know the reason why it doesn't work? Because women make up their own fucking interpretation of what the damn Bible say.
Which is Satanism.
Which fits their narrative. They take the Bible and they try to fit their narrative with it. Okay, Adam had 2 motherfucking wives. Okay,
I want to say one thing though, for real.
Now here's the thing. Hold on, let me say this. Here's the thing. What was the entire reason Adam got punished?
Because he was simping.
Because his motherfucking wife wanted to do some other shit. It ain't had nothing to do with God's word. And to this day, you got chicks saying, oh, well, the Bible say you're supposed to do this. And the Bible say, but anytime you start talking about how the man is over the woman and how the man owns the woman and the woman's duty is to him and she's supposed to shut up and listen, they don't want to listen to that part of the Bible.
That's over with, bro. That's over with. I'm going to tell you right now, that's over with. That's over with.
Check us out.
Feminism is real, and that child support is a motherfucker.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, it is. You're right. What you just said at the end, you 100% right. But hold on. Yeah, it is some bullshit. Shout out to brother Reality for the $10 donation. He said, if marriage is over for black people, if marriage is over for black people, I don't want to hear anything about what kind of shape the community is in. Fuck the community.
And fuck the community.
I want to give a shout out to Matt from 10 to 1 for the $5 donation. That KS stat is bunk. It assumes black men are married, never had kids out of wedlock. 54% of single and childless is solid. Adding that to marriage stats. Nah, shout out to you. Now, what I want to do right quick, I want to go ahead and let Zone speak his piece, and I'm gonna let Kareem, because they've been waiting for a minute, especially Zone. Go ahead, Zone, speak your piece, bro.
Yes, sir. I just been listening, soaking in the game, man. Just over here soaking it in. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. It's a little bit of wind blowing in the background. Yeah, so just a few things. I don't got really that much to say, and I'm gonna get off because I gotta run. But the first thing I wanted to say, actually, just kind of rehashing back on the rapper that took out his lady, his baby mama or whatever. He's 25. I'm 33. 26. Okay, I'm 33, and then you had the young model chick, Miss America, jump off a building a couple weeks ago or so, something like that.
Yeah.
And then also what I want to throw in there is a lot of my associates and friends, like we all around the same age. So one thing that I do notice is a lot of people my age, me being a millennial, 33, a lot of people my age were given too much power to people and things. And we have to learn how to take that power back, because we're powerful beings. We're powerful people. You know, the life that young man was living with the whole rapid. Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me I got a call. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
Sorry, hold on. Let me my okay, cool. All of that, man, all of that, you can't give power to that. You can't give power to that. You got to take your power back. You can't worship earthly things. You can't worship people. You got to be about yourself. You got to keep your veins cold. You got to change the laws of your mind. Simple and plain. The other point I wanted to make was I kind of do agree with La Original with her stance on, you know, just you know, marriage, things of that nature. I mean, me personally, you know, I'm not at a status where I want more than one lady at one time. Maybe that will change. I don't know. But Coach Greg Adams said something really profound a couple weeks ago when he was talking about the Dr. Dre divorce. And basically that was what he was saying was, if you can't afford a divorce, don't get married. So I thought that was a really profound thing that he said, in my personal opinion. He went through, y'all got to go back and watch the episode. He went through everything, line, hook, and sinker. Made a lot of sense. You know, the last thing I say is, look, do what works for you. You know, it's a lot of talk about polygamy, monogamy. Everything is a construct. Religion is a construct. All this fucking shit is a construct. So just do what works for you. You know, you got the Jay-Z and Beyonce marriage where they're legally married, marriage certificate. And then you have, in my personal opinion, you have the Nipsey Hussle and the Lauren London marriage. As far as I know, legally they weren't married, but I mean, they might as well have been. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I actually had a lot more to say, but I kind of forgot a lot of stuff listening to everybody. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say, man. You know, but I'm just listening, soaking in the game. And I'm honored to actually be on a panel with Angry Man too, man. I appreciate Angry Man's work. And as always, I'm honored to be on the panel with Mr. Palmer as well, man. Y'all brothers keep doing your thing.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Enjoying the sun in Arizona and shit. I'm salty.
Let me ask one quick question, though. It looks like we have 8 men on this panel. How many are actually married?
I'm married.
I'm not.
Who's married?
Mr. Palmer.
So we got 1 out of 8.
I'm not legally married yet.
No, I'm talking about legally married.
Me, one.
No.
Who said they're not legally married yet?
Angry man.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, dude.
Hey, check this out.
Go with what she said. The young lady said. Covenant between you and that woman. That's all you need.
Honestly.
I'm sorry.
I know. I want to give a shout out to Platinum Elite, y'all. Y'all know who Platinum Elite is. For the $50 donation. She said, keep doing God's work. Y'all know who he is, old school. Y'all can subscribe to his channel. You know, he's been on here way longer than I have. Shout out again for the $50 donation. Appreciate you, my brother. And I want to give a shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app. He says, pray for peace, but prepare for war. He never lies. Shout out to you, my brother.
I'm gonna say this one thing and then I gotta run. The point that I was agreeing with La Original on was where she was saying if a chick has kids, don't mess with her. And you know, I live in Scottsdale, so I live around the part of Scottsdale that I live in. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but it's kind of like Las Vegas a little bit. Like it's a strip right around the corner where I live. All the celebrities come, they party for the weekend, and they go back to wherever they come from. I turn down single mothers all the time. And, you know, I feel like as a man, that gives you, that ups your value. And women look at you different as a man. You know, like, I mean, that's just my thing. You know, I started hearing older men say that. I started actually hearing older women say that as well. So, you know, that's something that I believe in. Me personally, I don't mess with single mothers that have children. You know, if you don't got kids, we can rock.
But why not? Because it's like I don't like that idea because it feels like you're isolating or ostracizing women with children. You know,
I am.
I known a lot of women with children who've had the fathers die. I know at least 3 or 4 of them.
Okay, no, you muted.
That's different. That's kind of like an exception to the rule. But just like I'll tell you why. I know 2 people that got caught up on allegations with the whole duty low situation.
Duty low.
I know 2 people that got caught up on allegations. I'm gonna call back in. All because you know, Shorty couldn't keep him around, couldn't keep him with the ball and chain, and that's unfortunately that's what they do. And I just feel like as a man, you know, women throw pussy at us, they expect us to take it. People throw a couple dollars at us, they think they can buy us. For me personally, you can't throw any money at me. I'm not for sale. You can't throw any pussy at me and have me take it. You can't. So I mean, I just, you know, I'm just a young dude with a code of conduct and certain ethics, and that's just, single mothers are not in my ethics.
Literacy is everything, bro.
Amen, brother. And if you feel sorry for a single mother and data, you a simp.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say You know what? I'll say this: sometimes relationships just don't work out. You know,
no, man,
people break up and they move on.
Please.
Y'all be messing with the women. Y'all get hit.
Before y'all do that, let me give a shout out to Brother Reality for the $4 donation. I'm legally married, 8-year-old son as well. Shout out to you, and I hope your marriage lasts forever. I do. I want him to be set up for failure shit. Shout out to Hologram donation. He said men heading extended families is a natural thing and has worked. Multiple baby daddies and baby mamas is already polygamy. Folks just ain't doing it right. I go with that.
That's facts.
So there was someone who said something about single mothers being ostracized. Who said that?
I said that, the non-lawyer.
The non-lawyer said that.
You were talking about widows or women who had kids out of wedlock?
So let me explain what I mean. You have women out there who have been in abusive relationships, and now they're separated. Now they're separated from, you know, the person that they were constantly fighting or being abused by. And, you know, now they have children and they need to, you know, move on with their lives. Does that mean, are you saying that woman should never be able to be in a relationship with anyone for the rest of her life?
Let her get into a relationship with a man. Let her get into a relationship with a man who has children. When it comes to someone who is childless, let her leave the childless men alone so they can go be with the childless woman and start their own families. Because you want to know what? She chose to have babies by a man that was beating her ass. Men need to stop saving women from the reckless decisions that they make with their pussies. I'm not out here trying to save nobody baby daddy or turn a baby daddy into a husband. You fuck around and knock that crazy bitch up. That's your problem.
Why not? Wait a minute. Why you ain't trying to save them?
Children. Why would if I'm gonna start a family, it's gonna be from scratch. I'm not taking. Listen, stepdaddy season is a fucking flop, and so and stepmama season.
Stepmama season.
Stepmama, no.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
Hell no.
Why is the onus? But here's the thing. If you got a bunch of chicks out here, that got kids, and they single mothers, why is the onus on the men to fix their situation for them?
Thank you.
I got a better
question.
Hold on.
LA Original, hold on a second. I think there's something you're not taking into account. I think there's something a lot of other people aren't taking into account. Sometimes it ain't really necessarily the situation with the kids. It could be, the guy may have a hump in his back. He may have a bad foot or something like that. And, he meets this lady who basically has kids, whatever. And basically that relationship may work out. It's really about
it. Don't.
You have a lot of situations like that. I'm trying to be humorous with it. You have a lot of situations where you have single. All right, let me say it this way. Listen. Let me say it this way. Just listen.
Go ahead.
You have a lot of single men out there who are defective. You have a lot of single women out there who are defective. And
being a defective man has never stopped a man from getting the woman he wants.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that, bro. But I'm just going to say that sometimes people find each other. You
sound like Boyce Watkins. I'm so sorry, and I'm not trying to be. You sound just like
who is Boyce Watkins?
Moist Watkins. He be caping for single mothers like a motherfucker.
Yeah, stop
boy.
It, bro. Yo, put the tape in the plan, bro.
I'm not calling you a simp, but go look at his video where he's like, they like a mother. No.
Hey, check this out, for real.
So you trying to tell me if a guy? Okay, so what? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I've been waiting a minute, man. Which y'all based off what y'all said earlier, right? And I like the point live original made, and it's just the family period. Okay, cool. We know that the most effective way to raise children is to have a 2-parent household. So here's what we've been doing. We keep letting government with everything, bro. There was a time where government wasn't involved in much. And what government keeps trying to do is getting involved with everything, having control over everything we do. The school system was ran by the churches at one time. So what we would do is, okay, we pay taxes, we will have lobbyists, let's get the tax money and formulate stuff ourselves. But now we let the government try to take over everything. Second, so we know the most effective way to raise children. Therefore, we talk shit about the government. Oh, Hotep, we going to war. Meanwhile, most of us is on the system talking about we going to fight the system, but you're on the system. All they got to do is cut your food stamps and you be ready to wave the white flag. Stop. Ain't no war, none of that. We keep doing things wrong and then wanting to blame vague entities. No, we just need to get our shit together. We know what we need to do. We know what we need to do.
You know what? Like I said, I only mentioned the government so I can mention what I believe the solution is.
I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying us as people in general, because this is becoming an American problem. But see, here's the issue now. There's always a way to separate we got to, why I believe marriage is not working now? Because there's too many options. We don't have to. There's too many options. I don't like. There's so many alternatives. I've heard people say, for example, this is probably not the best example. Hey, the wife used to clean the house, right? But now I could hire a cleaning service. If I need to eat, I can go get Uber Eats. I can deliver my laundry, wash it myself. So, and women have their options too. So there are many things out there that we can attach ourselves to not make family work. And that's
No,
what's
the
happening
reason,
in
You throw
my
something in the
opinion.
game, man, because
the
y'all
reason,
talk about how marriage didn't work. How did it work for thousands of years? And how
yeah,
did it work for thousands of years? It was the
Because
father. No, hold on. It was the father who you had to go to in order to get the blessing to his daughter.
yeah,
So basically,
I agree.
so right now we're doing something new. We're doing something new in this
Facts.
society.
There you go.
Because
But
the,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we're trying to make
because the
something
government
new
got
work.
involved.
That's
That's
what I'm
We're
saying.
trying to make
That's
something
what I'm
new
saying.
work.
The
No, we're trying to make something new work. But
No,
see, if we went back to the tried and true
I
method
agree, bro.
of
I
marriage,
agree.
which is going to that woman's father and getting his
Yep.
blessing in order to marry that woman, that's the way it's supposed to be done. That's what it's been done for thousands of
marriage,
years. What we trying to do
marriage,
is change
wait,
something up and try to come up
I'm
with
wait,
something new.
gonna add on
We
something.
stop
to
doing.
Israel
What
said.
are we doing?
I'm a
wait a second. Marriage, first of all, marriage today is not failing. It's
Yes,
not.
it is, bro. Yes,
It's
it
people.
is.
No, it's people. It's
No,
not
it is.
marriage.
Oh,
It's
wait,
people that are
Hold
getting
on a second. I
Wait.
want you to get this right. Statistically speaking, marriage is failing.
Bruh,
Now, just let him finish the point. Let him finish the point.
Let him finish.
chill with the statistics. Marriage is not failing. All of these women right now are married. They're married to the state. It ain't failing.
Yep.
Wait a minute. The state is their damn husband. Because what does the husband do? The husband, wait a minute. The husband traditionally, the husband put a roof over their head, put food on the table, right? Protected the kids. That's what the state does for these women right now. That's why they don't want no husband. That's why they don't need no damn husband. If it was not for Lyndon B. Johnson instituting that new form of fucking welfare, you wouldn't have the problems you have out of marriage right now.
My man.
But here's a flip side to that, and I'm a co-sign. I'm a add on to what Israel said. You're trying to start a new operation with old parts, because men are still trying to be old parts, and you add modern women to old traditional man type of things. But here's the thing, and you're right about the Lyndon Johnson thing. I just want to go back to the polygamy thing. So this is how I'm not even y'all going biblical. I'm just going natural law, right? Natural law dictates this, that women want polygamy, and I'll explain to you how I know this is true. Because I could be single as a $1 bill, holler at a girl. She's like, "You got a girl?" I'm like, "Nah." She's like, "Yeah, you lying," and still give me some pussy. She expects me to have other women, and if I don't have other women, what's wrong with me?
There's something wrong with you. Yep.
That's a whore. A whore thinks like that.
No. That's women. Period.
I don't think like that. I don't want a man that's taken. If you are in a relationship, I respect your relationship.
That's women. Period. But here's the thing, and here's another reason I can prove. And everything not for everybody. There's no 100% anything.
No, okay.
But at the same time, I can say right this, because I don't believe in sister wives, but I believe in secretary pools, and they look the same from a distance, right?
Secretary coochie.
Secretary pools. Okay, so this is.
Okay. I'm sorry. I think
no. Here's my thing.
That sounds good too, though. We need to implement that. Hey, Secretary Coochie come from the secretary pool. Here's the thing. I believe that I am the CEO of my life and of my relationship, because all responsibility comes to me, right? I have to be the head decision maker, because girls don't know shit. They just do shit. They do shit that go wrong. I need you to fix it. So check this out. If it's my fault, it's my fix from the first place. Sit down until I tell you what to do. Like you my child. That's why I call you all toddlers. My thing is, until I train you how to be a secretary and help me. That's what a secretary is for, right? A secretary is to be in the office to make sure that she can alleviate some of the mundane day-to-day stress off the man, so the lawyer or doctor or whatever can handle his function without having to deal with the paperwork and answer calls and all that. She's an auxiliary part of his operation. You know how many secretaries a man can have? As many as he can afford. He can have an executive secretary. He can have a management over a call center. He can do whatever. And everybody's compensated.
There's only one problem with that thinking.
No, it's not. But go ahead. Shoot your shot. What do you think the problem is?
Yo.
Feminism. Feminism.
No, it's not.
Feminism is not
Women don't want you to be CEO with shit.
Now here's the thing. Well, now we got two different
Feminism is for dykes.
No, we got two different issues here, right? We got two. Number one, it totally works because I got a whole course called Marry Your Secretary, and girls beg me to be part of the secretary pool. They just want to be the head secretary. They don't care if I got 3 secretaries. They just want to be in the top slot. And I'm like, yo, you got to earn that. So now
They got low self-esteem.
That's why you give them their own department.
No, it's not that they have low self-esteem. I mean,
that is exactly.
No, hold on a second. What he's saying works. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I think they want to be the only one.
What you're saying works, but the only problem is you're gonna get yourself in trouble with that because
No, I'm not.
Okay, I got one name for you, R. Kelly.
Why is it?
That's a fact.
R. Kelly.
No.
R. Kelly.
Underage. That's a whole nother segment.
No, they didn't convict R. Kelly of underage women. They convicted him of racketeering.
But that's why they got after him in the first place. Underage women.
Look, R. Kelly is the only person I've ever seen catch a fair case of flued out bitches. Now, all I'm saying, I don't concern myself with that. They was after R because of a black woman, because of Kim Fox, right?
Right.
Here's my thing. This is where I understand where you're coming from, but what I say works. You're saying it don't work because of feminism. Let me explain something to you. Feminism is for black women and ugly white women. It's for Karens and Keishas. It's not for natural.
Feminism ain't for black women. That's a white woman problem.
There are plenty. No.
No,
That's a black man. It's more a black man problem than it is a white man's problem.
Right, because white men also have Becky's. White men have Becky's and Karen's.
No, bro. All right. So if you think feminism isn't a problem, why are we being dragged?
It's not the problem as it relates to polygamy. That's what he's saying.
That's not the problem. Look,
of course it is. Of course it is.
Because what do feminists want? A job. That's why they don't need a husband because they got a job.
No,
they want power. They want power. They want power.
Feminists want to be the head. That's the problem.
They don't want power. They want you to not have power. That's what monogamy is about.
Right, you're right about
that. Say it again, fam. They don't want power.
They don't want power. They want you to not have power.
They can't raise their status to you, so they want to lower your status.
Indeed, you got to be down for them to be up. That's what monogamy is about. A chick needs another chick to be discarded so she can be confident. That's what monogamy is about.
I am a winner, and everybody want to be around a winner. You know what I'm saying? Women are born to compete. If I don't give her 2 other women to compete with, then she'll try to compete with me. I'm doing her a favor by finding her 2 other chicks.
What type of bitches are y'all fucking with, bro?
The other issue.
Where y'all find these bitches?
Everywhere.
That's sad.
Wait. I gotta ask this shit. Why is it every time men describe the shit that most women do, they gotta be low self-esteem? It's like
that ain't me.
That's
I can't relate to
you
that.
know who bashing women. Now we know who bashing women. It's
even worse than that. Why is it that? Even worse than that. Then why is it that you only call weak women that can follow simple instructions?
That's what I'm saying.
I never said that.
And that's the same thing they say about their grandmothers. That's the same shit they say about their grandmothers and great grandmothers. Is that they weak because they follow directions.
I never said that a woman who follows directions is weak. I never said that.
It's implied.
Let me finish because I don't see
women.
Let me finish. I specifically said that the man is the head.
But you said
in order for the man to be the head, the woman has to be able to follow instructions. So if I'm saying that the man is the head, the woman is not the head, and if the man is the head, you have to follow his leadership. So
if my instruction is I need you to tell your other secretary partner in the secretary pool
once again. But I don't believe in polygamy, so this is where we just agreed to disagree.
So because you don't believe in the Bible either.
Whatever it is that you want for your life, that's
the premise is flawed, though.
What you want and what I want is 2 different things.
But the premise,
a slave. That's what you want.
I don't want a slave.
Wait a minute. The premise, the premise
stuff made up in her head.
Slaves to each other.
The premise is already all wrong because there ain't no such thing as a woman with high self-esteem.
Okay, all right. You have daughters, or you only have sons.
Tyler's gonna talk.
If a man have 2 wives, if a man have 2 wives, right? That's Deuteronomy 21:14. If a man have 2 wives, it start off like that. It's in a couple places.
Right.
It's in a couple places.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. First of all, the Almighty's laws don't change. You don't say what.
Okay.
Well, she on the New Testament. She on the New Testament.
Let me finish though. I'm gonna get cut off. I can never talk again. Listen, what I'm saying is adultery's in the Old Testament. Two men lying together, homosexuality is in the Old Testament. All these different laws. So when you want to say, well, because it's in the Old Testament, when the Old Testament said, don't lay with a woman on her period, don't lay with your mama, it say all types of stuff. When you still, when you want to pick and choose, where the Old Testament says.
All I did was ask if it was the New Testament or the Old Testament.
I'm saying it does not matter. And I'm saying it does not matter because Christ did not come to say that the Old Testament is done away.
But that's not what I didn't ask you whether it mattered. I simply asked
let me finish. Okay, I'm getting cut off a lot. And I don't like to talk over people, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk.
But then she'll ask you to just wait till she finishes.
So that's what. So what I'm saying is, people talk about how they're in the Bible. She doesn't know about Bible. When it comes to the Bible, the Almighty, it said it's a good thing for a man. The Almighty said a wife is given by the Almighty. He has. I mean, Jacob had 4 wives because he was blessed. He was blessing David with more than one wife. He said he's gonna give David. He said he would give you more than one wife. So when the Almighty said he's giving David more than one wife as a blessing, you can't turn around and say it's a curse or it's something bad unless you're making up shit in your head. That's what I'm saying. These people don't know the Bible. They want to come up. That's what I'm saying. So really, what you're doing, you're not following the Bible. You're following your own imagination. What you think it is, and you're trying to twist it around, but that's just not what it is.
I want to address Angry Man.
Okay, well, listen, you guys are entitled to want polygamy. You guys are entitled to.
What did I say?
I want to address because Angry Man said something to me, man, and I addressed this earlier in this podcast. But I'm gonna say this again. This is a teachable. This is a teachable moment. This is not a check. He said that's not.
Give me. I can't hear. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Give me 1 second.
He said it's not going to work because of feminism. What I want to explain. What I said.
That wasn't Angry Man. That wasn't Angry Man.
Angry Man didn't say that. He said that to the Secretary Poole. He was like, the Secretary Poole ain't going to work.
That was me. That was me.
That was me.
That was you. My bad, Angry Man. I want to just shoot in.
I would never say feminism is not the fault of anything. Feminism is the fault of everything, bro.
Okay, all right. So I'm addressing what he said about Secretary Poole. Take this out, bro. Look, let me explain something to you. You're dating black women. That's why you don't understand what a real woman is. You're dating not normal transgenders. You got black women dressing like black men who want to be black women. That's why you don't understand, bro. When you go to an actual woman who wants to be a woman, it works perfectly, bro. That's why I say when my mans and them call me, all my guys they got that swirl, they say, man, you too smart to be dating these black chicks. You need to find a real woman instead of
let me respond to you when you're done. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, when my man's in the may tell me that, they say, man, there's relationship problems, and then there's black women relationship problems, and they're two totally different things. Like a relationship problem is what her arguing and nitpicking because you always leave your socks on the floor. Black relationship problems is she wake you up at 2 a.m. because she had a dream you cheating, so now you got to go to jail. It's two totally different problems.
Let me like it's an appointment, right? Like it's an appointment.
Let me respond. Let me respond to the feminism comment that I'm done. Hey, Mr. Palmer, you mind if I take sections of this live cast and put it on my channel, just the sections where I'm speaking?
What's up, Mr. O?
That's a no?
No. I'll say what's up, Mr. O.
I don't mind.
Huh? What's that?
I don't mind.
Okay. All right. So let me respond to that feminism comment. All right, I'm going to say this. The reason we're in the situation we are today is because we once had a period of time where men basically got on the battlefield. And we killed each other, and we basically used power and might to establish our authority. And the result of that, anybody weaker would have to basically bow down to us, and therefore. Back then, it didn't make much sense for a woman and a man to be on the battlefield because the man was going to dominate most of the times, every time, right?
Right.
However, in a modern society, that's over with. That's all over with.
No,
so
not really.
Who said not really? Hold on a second. Who said? Hold on a second. Who said that? Okay. So have you ever been to child support court?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, and how did that work out for you? How did it work? Hold on a second.
You conflicting things, bro.
No, I'm not conflicting. I'm establishing the point. You got to understand where I'm coming from. Hold on a second. How did that work out for you? And how did child support court work out for you? I'm gonna be honest with you.
I get you, but what he's saying is men set that up, though. That is a part of
that's what I'm saying.
And
that's what I'm saying. You have to understand we are in a modern society, and they're using laws.
No, if you change it,
they're using
the word modern. If you take modern out and put it what it really is, which nobody brings up, it's a war tactic. It's called commercial melee. It's called commercial melee. It's commercial warfare.
Yes, I agree 100%.
So it's still a man. It's still a man dominating other men. It's fundamentally the same exact thing.
No, it's not that simple. So let me tell you what the Illinois Child Support Act says, right? Not the Child Support Act, but the law. When they established that law, they based the statute, right? When they established the statute, they basically said the purpose of this statute is to take a man's moral obligation and turn it into a legal obligation. Right? So right off the top, that's feminism. Because you didn't say the obligation of man and woman. You didn't. Hold on a second. You didn't say the obligation of the man and woman. You said you want to take a.
Wait. Let me say something real quick. You said we live in a modern day, right?
A modern day society. Okay. And the laws.
Progressive 2.0. Progressive era 2.0.
Wait a minute. So back in the day, men would fight wars and men would raise armies and fight wars, and the winner of that war would determine who's going to rule, right?
That's right.
Okay. Feminism was created for the purpose of nullifying that. Feminism was created for the purpose.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly my point.
But feminists don't do shit.
That's exactly my point.
Listen, hold on. Let me finish. I know what you're saying, but here's the little caveat to it. Feminism is not a tool of women. It's a tool of men in power to keep other men suppressed.
Thank you.
Right. Because
that's true.
I don't know if I agree with that, because that would be equivalent of saying the rights of African American are not tools for the African Americans. It's about.
Let me say this.
Not true.
Listen. Hold on. Listen. Okay. Think about it like this. Our society is structured like a pyramid. Okay. Most of us are at the bottom level of that pyramid. You got the elites that are at the capstone, right?
That's right.
Yeah, blue blood.
Naturally, men will fight their way up that pyramid to get to the capstone, right?
That's right.
What men at the top of that capstone has done is they have come up with the concept of feminism to suppress men at that bottom so that they can never climb up to that capstone. That's what that shit is.
I'm gonna have to, you know what, bro? I'm gonna have to agree and disagree. Look, I'm going to agree that laws. Hold on a second. Let me talk. Let me
say this. Let me just say this shit real quick. Okay. The world we live in is ruled by old white men.
Agreed.
Okay. They are not going to. Feminism can't exist unless it's by their permission.
Facts. If you're talking
agreed, but hold on a second. African American rights can't exist without their permission either.
No, okay, that's fine.
We have no rights. We have privileges.
You have privileges.
Right. Okay. African American privileges cannot exist. African American civil rights cannot exist without their permission.
That's
right. I want Angry Man to agree to that. Is that right?
You said what now?
African American civil rights cannot exist without the permission of old white men.
Nothing that we do that is based upon policy and all of that can exist unless they put that shit in place.
I agree with that.
The only thing that we can do that is not under their purview is the type of shit you see niggas doing when they out here wilding and cutting up and shit like that.
I agree with that. So the point I'm trying to make is that, yes, you're right. This country is mostly ruled by old white men. I agree with that. But there's also the feminist component, whereas, yes, it exists. Let this brother talk, because he really got something to say. I don't even know his name.
Hold on for all that, man. I want to give a shout out to brother Reality for the $3 donation. A woman with no kids was a requirement for me. Shout out to you, my brother. I want to give a shout out to Face Facts for the 499. He said the divorce rate is higher than the marriage rate. That's true. The state is the woman's real husband. The man and the children are income sources. Yeah, 100%. That's why
100%. Like Angryman said.
Even with that, here's the thing with that. As far as the state, as far as the state and the income, right? The reason why the state will use the women to extract income from the men is because the men will take their income and keep it and try to build and try to have power. They know the women are going to take it and spend it. You feel what I'm saying? All of that is wrapped up in that whole feminist shit. This is the reason.
Agreed.
The reason why you have.
Agreed, 100%. 100%.
What is palimony? You marry her.
But that doesn't. None of that changes without. None of that changes what I'm saying. I'm saying we're in a modern society, and in a modern society, feminism is here. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm even going to say that I partly agree with some feminism, simply because everyone should have equal rights. Not all women want. Not all. Listen to what I'm saying.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Listen to what I'm saying. Look. Listen to what I'm saying. Look,
hold on. Before you go, hold on. Before you go, hey, y'all make sure y'all go one at a time, bro, because people are listening on the chat, man. I got to make sure the chat is running. I got to make sure everybody get heard, bro. So I mean, I know y'all having a good time. And I know everybody's having a, getting their word out, but make sure y'all, be respectful of each other.
I'm trying to sign off.
I know you are. Hold on, bro. I know you are, but
I can't get a word.
Yeah. But when Judge Palmer got super chats and that shit is coming up, bro, he got to read that, bro.
I got you.
Pay money, man.
Oh, Otis. Okay, Otis.
Yeah, that's right. You know the bailiff had to come up here. I got my teeth knocked out. But anyway, look, this is what we got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, these people paid money, man, so they got to get their word out. And I'm finna let Lara Richard now come up here. We're not attacking her. This is a healthy debate. She come up here, like a lioness and speak that facts. And Noble, stop picking on her. No, I'm just
Otis.
Come to see you, Otis.
Y'all shut the fuck up. Continue this good work. Hey, Judge, I'm about to come here too, man.
Can I put
Go for it, bro. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
I ate some bad pussy. That's why my teeth look like that.
I don't believe.
Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe. That's why my teeth look like that. What you talking about, old head? What you got, bro?
Man, look. What he said about the feminist movement, that's not true.
Hold on. Willie, before you go with that, like I said, let the chat rock, man. When Judge Palmer got something to say on the super chat, let him get that out and y'all go one-on-one. All right, man. Y'all have it, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right, baby.
Let me go and give it a shout out. Yeah, shout out to Vision once again for the $5 donation. She said, Angry Man is correct. How can marriage be a failure when TMH made marriage good? The system dismantled marriage. Yeah, 100% facts. That's why people ain't get married no more.
Let me say something.
You can't even put a gun to my head, make me get married.
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
One more.
I didn't realize I had one more. I'm sorry. Shout out to Hologram for the $2 donation. He said people treat you the way you allow them to hashtag
facts.
Who are you? Yeah, you right, bro.
Facts.
Let me say something right quick though. Hey, the feminist movement, when that shit started, that was about a choice for a woman to go to work or not. That's all that shit was about. Now these gay people and all these other people don't hijack that shit and turned it into something else, bro. That's what the feminist movement was about. Women were tired of sitting at home doing nothing, so they wanted to go to work. That's all that shit was about. Now, 2021, 22, they don't hijack the gays, and they don't. Man, all them feminist women look gay anyway.
Doing nothing. They was making clothes. They was doing investments.
I know.
You talking about black women, bro?
Black women was rich, bro. Black women started feminism.
I'm just talking about women in general.
No, study the Black Women's Club of 1880. Black women started feminism. White women got the blueprint from black women.
Margaret Sanger started. And Margaret Sanger started that shit, man. Stop that.
Margaret Sanger started.
No, bro. That shit was started in the 1880s during the Reconstruction, bro. They ain't never been all women, bro. They always been the ops. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all research?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't know that.
It's hard to believe that, though. It's hard to believe that because,
bro, they have more voting power. They have more power. Look, did y'all know that more black women own slaves than any other motherfuckers in this damn country at one point? Did y'all know that these bitches was voting for Republicans at an astronomical rate than anybody else before? Why you think Brittany Cooper brought up that bullshit talking about we going on a sex strike like our ancestors did during the Reconstruction? She talking about them bitches.
Oh, yo, powerful men. Check this out. Check this out. Powerful men like the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and all of that shit. After they got their fucking riches and instituted that fucking Federal Reserve and all of that bullshit, they fucking used feminism as a way to begin to keep men down so that they can't rise power like them, bro.
Agreed. Look, nobody's debating that. Again, this country, the world, is basically ran by old white men. I won't say the world because you have other nationalities out there, but I'll say this country for sure. But look, let me just say this, and I'm gonna get out of here.
All white men did was put white women in a position to keep the broke white men down the same way black women have been keeping their own men down since slavery was over. They said, man, these black women are keeping their men down. We just need to do this so our white men can be down. Black women have always been the ops. What I'm telling y'all is, if you live in Illinois, then that means you've never seen a female governor. You've never.
Hold on a second. You live in Chicago? You live in Illinois?
Chicago too, bro.
Man, Chicago, baby, right here, Inglewood in the building.
So hold on a second. You can't tell me. You can't tell me you don't know what's going on.
That's why I'm telling you what's going
I
on.
live in Inglewood still to this day.
Any time that it's a state policy, bro. You've never seen a female governor. You've never seen a female.
All that's changing, though. All that's changing.
No. That's because they want to keep you oppressed. But what I'm saying is, men put those policies in order to make sure that men stay broke. They don't want men to save their money.
Let me say this. Hold on a second. Let me say this. All right. Let me. I got to get out of here. Look, the definition of feminism is equal rights for women. That's the definition. Hold on a second. That's the definition. But the reality of the situation is that a lot of women use it as a weapon. And they use it to get special rights.
Is that the Webster dictionary?
That's the Webster dictionary. That's the Webster. But we all know that
the number
that's
one
an overlay.
The number one rule of feminism on their website, as posted by the feminists, is our number one goal is destroy the patriarchy. They have an asterisk.
Let me go. What website is this? Feminist website.
Man, go to type in feminist.org. They got a pamphlet, and even in the pamphlet they said our job is to destroy the patriarchy. Then they have an asterisk that says that does.
I'm not seeing that, bro. I'm not seeing that.
It does not include black or Latino men because they are not in the power structure.
I'm not seeing any of that, bro. I'm not saying that. We got to be careful with some of the things we say because.
No, I'm dead ass serious. And on top of that,
you can share your screen and you can show that to us.
You can Google some stuff I said. Look at what I said.
On top of that, you can see the root of the word feminism is fem, right? Fem meaning, woman, double X chromosome. What do I give a shit about what a girl with clothes on say? So it don't even matter. Feminism, in order to
feminism.org, you type that shit in, they in front of an abortion clinic right when you type that shit in. My nigga, I swear they got pictures right here right in front of an abortion. So you type in feminist.org, they're in front of an abortion center.
The thing is this: what feminism used to be ain't what it is today.
Right. Because it was never that. What you're talking about is the women's reformation movement. Feminism is not the women's reformation movement. Women's reformation, like I just want to get a bank account, I want a job, I want to be able to own the land. So if my husband died, I could put my name on the deed. All those things are fine and dandy. Feminism is something all the way different. You know what I'm saying?
So let me say this. This is all I'm trying to get to. And the point is, back in the day, women were actually property. Just like, and this is why feminism actually doesn't make sense in the African American community, because women were property just like African Americans were property. Right. So at some point, women got their rights or more rights than African Americans. And then when you look at black women are the most educated, statistically speaking, and they start the most businesses, statistically speaking. Right. So feminism is not going anywhere.
Brother, let me wait a minute. Wait. Let me stop him real quick. Let me stop him real quick. Number one, you got your facts misconstrued. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, you said that women used to be property. Women
they used to, yeah, for sure.
Women,
yes, they did. Yes, that's a fact.
Bruh. Let me finish what I'm saying. Can you chill for 1 second? Look, the way men owned women was through marriage. Okay, that shit is still true to this day. Go read that freaking marriage certificate.
That's true.
Okay, that did not. Feminism was not for the purpose of that, bruh. It wasn't. This is the whole reason why. Look, when you get married and you sign the marriage certificate, just go read that joint. Go read it. This is the reason why when dudes get divorced to chicks or whatever, they're still supposed to be financially responsible for them until they get married to another motherfucker. Like, go read that shit, bruh.
Bro, all I do is read law on my channel.
Secondly,
that's why.
Secondly, women do not have the most businesses. Black women are the fastest rising.
If I said women, that was a slip of the tongue. Black women have the most businesses.
They do not.
Yes, they do.
Listen, bro. They are the fastest rising business owners. That means that when black men couldn't get a job and they had to start their own shit in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, these chicks just went to get a degree to teach 6-year-olds how to they colors, and now they're starting businesses as hair salon. Matter of fact, the explosion in women having businesses started in the 90s when niggas needed their baby mama to clean up the money and bought them beauty shops.
Nope, 2000, bro. 2000s. That's when that when the buildings fell down. That's when all that shit started happening.
You know what I'm saying? Like women depend on men for everything. I got you. Go ahead, La.
Hold on a second. It depends on what type of woman you're talking about, because all women are not the same.
And as far as that whole
I believe that this is true. There's a misconception that black women are the most educated, but they are the most enrolled.
They are the most enrolled.
Exactly.
You're not. Hold on a second. Let's define educated. Educated. Hold on a second. Educated meaning they have a degree. When I went to school, when I went to school and I went to get my MBA, there was only 2 brothers in that class. It was mostly white, and then there was like 12 or 13 sisters.
Bruh, having.
Can I just touch that real quick though, Angry?
Go ahead, fam.
I just want to touch that real quick. See, here's what we don't understand, bro. You have to also look at the quality of the degree. So, for example, the most educated group of people.
I'm gonna stop you right there, bro. A book is a book, and it's structured.
No.
So you don't want to talk about the degree in underwater basketball?
Hold on.
So when you mean quality,
I'm responding to you.
Okay, but before you do that, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. When you talk about,
I'm gonna, bro, you wouldn't have to ask if you let me tell you.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you.
Kareem, fix your mic, bro. It sounds like you're underwater, bro. Fix your mic.
I think you're on your phone, bro. You might use it better than that.
Yeah.
Can
you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's way better.
So what I'm saying is this, bro. You have degrees. So, for example, the highest paying degrees are STEM degrees.
Right.
So a STEM degree is better than a business degree. So that even if black women, let's say you say black women are the most enrolled, or even if they were getting the most degrees, okay, that's now you have groups of people that already have degrees already too. So I will say this: the most educated people in this country are people that are not even from this country.
Fact.
Asians, Indians, they get STEM degrees.
That is not true.
Bro, foreigners are they're doing per capita.
That's not true.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Even in the HSBCUs, foreign black people get the most STEM degrees, not American black people. Bro,
that I don't know. But what I do know is that African American women
going for STEM degrees like other groups of people are. We're just not.
Can I just say one? even if African American women are getting the most degrees, they are also having the most bastard children. So those fucking degrees are useless because what is the purpose of having school smarts if you don't have common sense?
Well, I mean, hold on a second. Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
And women go to school.
Hold on a second. Can I respond to her comment?
No matter the race, though. No matter the race.
Can I respond to her comment?
Wait. What was your point of bringing up the just go to that point because you've been trying to make this point for like half an hour. Go, just move forward. What you were saying?
Well, I got to respond to the bastard children comment as well because you are looking from a Eurocentric, monogamous perspective.
Christian, you don't have to put Europe in it, just Christian.
Oh my God.
That's what Christianity is.
Hey,
white Christian.
But anyway, let me just get back to what I'm saying. Anyway, so look, feminism is not going anywhere. It's not. LGBTQ rights is not going anywhere, right? So this is a modern society, and most men in general are just having problems trying to survive. A black man is having 10 times or 20 times the problems that Caucasians are having. So I say all that to say this. I think the way that a black man has kids in this society is that he has to abandon this whole thought of having monogamous relationships, marriage to one woman. I think you basically just have to focus on making it. If you end up in a situation where you fall in love with somebody and you see yourself potentially starting a family with this person, you got to make an agreement up front and you get it in writing because as you said, as a young lady said, a marriage is a covenant. A covenant is a contract. So when you get to the point when you are falling in love or you see yourself being with this woman, for an extended period of time or be in a situation where you think you want to marry her, but don't marry her, you just say, look,
your child
I'm sorry?
Bruh, I don't know why. I don't know why.
And again,
let me say this. I don't know why. I don't know why, bro. You've been talking for like a minute straight. I don't know why. I don't know why you keep hurling these feminist talking points, bro. Like they're feminist talking points. You've been in here,
why?
Broad.
I've been waiting for him to make a point for I have 45 minutes.
I can't get it out, but whatever.
Hey, no, when he tells stories like women, ain't no point to him.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, what's the punchline, bro? I'm trying to hear where your take home is. I've been waiting this for a while.
Every time I get close to trying to finish it off, I get interrupted.
All right, go ahead. My bad. It's on me. I take full responsibility. Go ahead, rock your shit, Jordan.
I don't get it, bro.
You said one thing that was total bullshit.
What was that?
Having a degree having a degree in basket weaving does not make you the most educated group, bro. Having a degree,
don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context. You're taking it out of context.
Having a degree in gender studies, having a degree in basket weaving,
don't take that out of context. Don't take it out of context. All I'm saying is
$38,000 a year coming out of school, bro.
Don't take that out of context.
Check us out. Hey, any last words? Nah, your lawyer, I'm freaking the fuck out of here.
Yo, bro, anybody with a STEM degree, bro, you come out of school.
I have a STEM degree, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the point I'm making.
And
you come out
with 13 other with STEM degrees.
Okay, so let me prove my point. Let me prove. Let me
finish the point. I've been waiting for him. I want just the punchline.
Go ahead, speak your piece.
All right, look. Going back to the feminism, I believe in equal rights for women.
Of course.
I also believe it's cool. It's cool if you find a woman that wants you to be the head of the household. That's perfect. That's 100% perfect. But you have to be aware that this is how a lot of women are thinking. When you look at the state's attorneys, right? You look at who when you look at all these states, you look at what gender has the up and coming state's attorney. You have Kim Foxx, you have Baltimore, you have Marilyn Mosby. Basically, black women are basically. I'm pretty much just gonna say they are projected to be the alphas because the government.
I met Kim Foxx before, bro. Kim Foxx ain't on shit.
The government is the government is propping them up, right? You know, because they're getting, these, they're getting these degrees, and they're in a situation where the government is propping up. So my point is this: if as a black man you want to have kids, I think the first thing is to abandon any thoughts of the traditional marriage. You basically just have to have an agreement with the woman that, hey, look, you know, if we're together, we're together. But if we separate,
can I stop this castration conversation real quick?
No,
let him rock, bro. Let him finish.
Let him finish. Go ahead, bro.
You just have an agreement and you put it in writing.
Right.
If we there's not going to be any marriage there's not going to be any marriage license with the state. If we split, then we split. It's over. But this is how we're going to take care of our kids. We're going to have joint custody, legal and physical. And anything that I want to share with you in that relationship, we'll put a corporation together. We'll put a trust fund. And what I want to share goes into that trust fund. And what you want to share goes into that trust fund. And if the relationship is over, it's over. And that's how we can keep ourselves out of these child support courts and out of this situation where
I could go leave the country, man, before I do all that, man. That's insane, bro.
So hey, look, my man, look, I love the channel, man. I can't wait till you have another show. I love the debate. Guys, look, I hope to see you again. We can debate this another time, but I just hold my peace.
Hey,
nah, man.
Email me, bro. I want you to come back on here again. Email.
All right.
I want to say one more thing real quick.
He trying to set the show down there.
Yeah, I know you about to shut it down.
All right, no, I ain't shut down. All right, non-lawyer, I appreciate you, my brother.
You are actually a non-lawyer.
Wrap it up, B.
All I want to say is this to all this talking points. You can't tell me that it's men's fault if you name all the women in position. You can't say men need to provide if you saying all the women own the businesses. You can't tell me about white supremacy if that man, all the black women run your city. If your black woman mayor, state's attorney, school board president, all that is black women. Don't tell me nothing about what black men need to do. Because if it's fucked up, it's because of black women. But you'll be all right now, lawyer. You'll be all right.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in a post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
That's him talking to the non-lawyer, like, wrap it up.
I love that. Right. Hey, but I will say this about the non-lawyer. This is why I get a non-lawyer. 70% of the degrees that black women get are paid for by the taxpayers to compensate for black women not wanting to be wives. So you got CNAs so they can take care of your mama like you used to when your mother retired, she'd move into the attic or the basement or whatever. You got a bunch of girls being teachers so they can teach your kid colors because you won't teach them shit until they go to school. They got a bunch of people being daycare operators from their crib because you don't want to watch your own kids, but you want to say you're a good mother. Most of these, they got chefs because you can't cook, so you think you need to eat out every goddamn day. Everything that black women do is to help other black women not have to do shit that black women are supposed to do. Right. So they can say men need to step up. So I think that non-lawyer needs to step up for me because I ain't doing none of that shit, my G.
And as far as the feminist shit, one of the things that's proof of feminism being for the purpose of holding men down is that fucking Duluth model bullshit. If you know anything about that motherfucking shit, that shit was put into place. Yo, in the Duluth model, if you a fucking dude that has money and your wife doesn't work and she's just a housewife, if you don't give her access to your fucking bank account, that's considered financial abuse. This is the type of stupid shit. This is the type of stupid shit they came up with in order to keep men in a messed up space.
I want y'all to check out these comments from Miss Favorite. It's a woman, and she said, my mama went as far as getting a master's degree and ain't do shit with it. Is that true? And then she also said that she got the master's degree to show she can get it. It's framed on her wall. They're still in the projects to this day. That called a legend in your own mind. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. That's your mama saying, how dare you call me out?
But I bet you she live in a monogamous household, which is what I want to push back on Kareem.
She probably
Go ahead, yes, bro. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, man, when it comes down to it, like, okay, if a man did have more than one wife, how would a woman say, you know, I'm getting a divorce and I'm taking half, or I'm taking most of it? No,
Facts.
you're not. You a third. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's the whole thing about it. It's like they don't want that because
Facts.
they know
They don't want to compete. That's the reason why they don't want.
They like to have that power.
That's a good
divorce
point,
to fuck you over, to fuck you in.
Facts.
Like, you can't do that if you have more than one wife. It's like how you taking
God.
half the shit and you ain't even half of the equation.
Bro.
They don't
Facts.
like that. They don't like that part about it. You know what I mean? They like the no fault divorce. Look up no fault divorce.
That's hey, I'm following BOA's route and I'm taking both Angry Man's and Dirty Folks' advice. Look, I'm gonna tribe up. I'm gonna go ahead and give me an Afro Latin because they smell better.
First of all, Afro Latina smell like paprika, bro. You ever had sex with Latino? Hey, it smells like paprika. No cap. Hey, but what's crazy is I asked white people what black people. I was like, white people smell like wet dog or bologna. Afro Latina smell like paprika. I was like, you know, them Arabs, they all smell like curry. You go in the gas station, smell that. I asked white people, I said, what do black people smell like? They said cooking grease. Y'all smell like fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Shout out to the white people for telling me I smell like cooking. I started baking my food from that day forward. Shout out to the white people for getting my health right.
Shout out to the Caucasians.
Hey, check this out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody speak their piece. I'm gonna get my ass back on the couch. This is a great dialogue. That's why I let it ride for 4.5 hours. We're gonna do more of this shit. Shout out to Reliable Original. Go and speak your piece and before you get off this motherfucker. We can't hear you. Hold on, let me unmute you. My bad. Go ahead.
They know the single mothers. And fucking fathers. Sorry.
Okay.
I ain't got no kids. I ain't dating no nigga with no kids. And that's it. God bless.
That's fair.
You know. I like the dialogue with all you guys. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you guys have a good night.
You too.
Appreciate you, my
You too, beloved.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let my man Mr. O speak his piece.
Mr. O.
Eaglewood.
Man. It's good to be back up into the courtroom, Mr. Palmer. You know, I've been working this shit, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop a few gems. I'm just going to drop a few gems now. This whole talk about coming to the table. See, we need to go ahead and just go and throw that whole philosophy out the way. A certain dude that wears a suit like myself basically fucked that argument up. So, gentlemen, we're going to have to go ahead and talk about the house. You can bring anything you want to the house, but if you start acting right or doing something wrong, you got to leave the house. Fuck that table shit because they are feminist-minded women, and they're not going back to 1950s, y'all. We must adapt. And the best way to adapt is go ahead, tell them up front, look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. If you want to be a wifey, you are you under 25? You how many bodies you got? If you can't take these questions, you're not a wife. So look, we could be business partners. You could be my secretary. If you don't want to go ahead and do these things, look, we must part ways because you're holding up 16 other women that want to fill your role. So ladies, no more table. Go ahead, keep your money, keep your dry walk too. You know what I'm saying? And if you want a man, just go ahead and start kissing our toes again. I mean, that's the only way I see it now. This shit over with. But Angry Man, Mr. Palmer, Dirty Folks, and everybody on the panel, y'all have a great night. Keep getting this money. And your boy, Mr. O's, about to go back to work. Peace.
Peace, bro.
No
hey, yo, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go next because I got to get up out of here, man.
Go ahead, Angry Man.
Only thing I'm gonna say, I gotta address what the non-lawyer said. First of all, how can you support equal rights? I can't support it because, number one, it's not equal rights. In order for them to get certain rights, they had to take certain rights away from you. So it ain't equal. You feel what I'm saying? Women in today's time have more rights than you. They have more privilege than you. They're able to get away with way more than you. So I can't condone that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck feminism. And Dirty Folks, I would never not blame feminism for shit. When I bump my toe, I be like, fucking feminism, guys.
Right. So, yo. Hey, I call feminism Keisha. That's what I call it. I blame Keisha for everything, bro. Everything Keisha fault.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate the dialogue. It was a great dialogue, man. Shout out to you, Mr. Palmer. Appreciate you letting me up into the courtroom.
Anytime you come on, good, bro.
You stop by, bro.
So, yo, shout out to all y'all brothers, man. Dirty Folks, man, you be having me rolling. But look, old Otis, I know you strong in the motherfucker. I don't want no problems, bro.
Angry Man, you going live tonight?
Yeah, I might a little later on. You know, I might go live and cook. You feel me?
Y'all tune in. He'll probably most likely be going on live tonight. So y'all just keep watching that notification. Just go on.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man.
All right, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace out, man. I want to let Yisrael speak his piece, man. Where you at, my man? Who went from Cincinnati all the way to Cleveland?
Back to Cleveland, man. I just want to say real quick, man. Monogamy, this is how the monogamy. I'm gonna make it real quick. Monogamy, I feel like that's just dealing with the European heathens. European and heathens, monogamy, European heathens. That's what that is. It's with the white. If you want to be like you talk about the white man doing this and that, but if you want to be like the white man, you talk about monogamy and all that type of no fathers at all. That's what Europeans do. No fathers. We see that everywhere. Europeans, no fathers. That's what monogamy is about. Homosexuality. That's what monogamy are. But see, when you go to places where it's polygamy, that's when you have fathers in the household. You have fathers giving them away. You know what I'm saying? But that's places where we are, our original selves. All African nations, all Arab nations, all even we talk about the Oriental. So that's all I want to say. I don't want to make it too long.
I appreciate you, man. Bro. Go ahead, Kareem. Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you, bro.
Muted.
You got to unmute. You got to do it. Unmute.
Yeah, man. Great show as always. You know, appreciate the anger, man. And I do agree with what he's saying, man. Because I'm like, even if you think about the people in power, right? You know, and just like men, also you lumping men up in there, right? For us to give women equal rights, we do have to lessen ourselves. So we take away our power, which is physical strength. But they still have their power, manipulation. So we are lessening ourselves to give them equality. Look at the NBA, for example. They subsidize the WNBA. The WNBA has never made a profit since it's existed.
Right.
The NBA carries it.
Right.
You know, and there's no law against women joining the NBA. If they're good enough, a woman can join the NBA. But they're not good enough, and that's why there's the WNBA.
Right.
You lessen the standards for military. So now this chick can't pull 100 pounds, but she's out there in combat or a first responder. So, you know, it is the truth, man. So it's just, you know, but I say, bro, I got my one kid, bro. I don't got to keep putting my hand on the stove to get burnt, to learn. It's time for me to make money and live for myself, man. I don't got no time to be impregnating multiple chicks. It's going to be the same shit reloaded, bro. Same thing is going to happen. They are all the same. They got a system that's going to help them when they want to get rid of your ass. And you will be in that. You will be a statistic. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Hey, bro, before you leave, I'm going to go next and how about with you? I wanted to, because you agree with Yisrael, and I wanted to push back on something you said that's not accurate. Because you agree with the polygamy standpoint, we can't keep saying that a two-parent household works. Y'all keep comparing the two-parent household to what we're doing today. Yet we the same people that say it take a village to raise a child.
I definitely I'm just what I was saying was this. I was saying basically the way America was founded. It was founded off two, like even every powerful nation right now. Look at China. China want that #1 GDP spot. Why you think they pushing hard on family and it's a structure? Right. That's all it is. It's a structure that if used a certain way, it can benefit you.
Yeah, it's a business model.
Yes, it's a tool. Yes.
You're constantly losing money.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is a village is better than a two-parent household. That's what polygamy produces. You put 2, 3, 4 more parents involved. You have to, in this day and time, and back in the day, be building with other polygamous families.
And I agree with that. I agree with that too, because you also, each wife can manage something. So I agree with that. But, you know, they can manage a business a certain, so I agree with that. But, you know, they ain't going to let us do that, bro, because then we would rise to the top if they did that.
What is a let, bro? I set up a secretary pool system, bro. If y'all
I agree with what you're saying, but I was speaking from a legal standpoint. Like, they don't let us do it from a legal standpoint.
Legally, you can do it too. I'll show y'all, man. Subscribe to the channel. I got
because it's this affinity for the 1950s. A lot of the
exactly. Yeah, we're not doing that.
And I'm saying like the 1950s failed. They produced these people that got tricked in the 60s and the 70s. It failed. It wasn't good enough.
Exactly. No, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because nobody was faithful. Let's be real. Right. The women act like they just started cheating in 1990. Right. Like that shit's out. But I do agree with you. But you know what I think a big thing, and what I learned today
was, and because what I learned today based off of what y'all been saying, even now, right, is we got to stop as men. Let's start doing stop waiting for permission. Indeed. I think that's a yeah, understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Jewel. I got that today. Stop waiting for permission.
I want to make sure you ain't hot ball before I said that. Yep.
Okay. Anything else, Kareem?
Nah, that's it. I appreciate y'all.
We gotta do for self. Appreciate you, my brother. Save ourselves. Appreciate you, brother. Dirty folks.
Yo, man, all I want to say is this, man. I appreciate the chat, bro. Everybody in the chat, especially La Original. She came in here like a true G, and
fucks with Shorty.
I didn't agree with anything she said because she had clothes on, but I understood where she was coming from because she was the opposite side, right? She was the white yin to the black yin, and she's supposed to be, right? But she's untrained, but she good people. I like her, and so I especially want to appreciate her. And to be honest, she got dwarfed by the non-lawyer. He was more feminist than her, but shout out to the chat. All I want to say is this, man. This was a great dialogue. The problem is the problem. If y'all can say the problem as a man, not a black man, because y'all keep putting black on. As a man, men are solution-based creatures. There's a solution to every problem. We come out here and we talk about the problems, and then but then we can't believe in ourselves when somebody says, "Yo, I got the solution." If the problem is a system, you create a parallel system. You don't fight the power. The power is the power. You create a system till you're strong enough. Everybody keeps talking about that, man. If we could do such and such, then let's just do it. They don't stop the Amish from having multiple wives and doing their thing. They don't stop the Mormons from having multiple wives and doing their thing. The only thing that stops you is you're scared to unplug from the matrix that are putting people in position to harm you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be. This is abuse. I don't want to be abused. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that, man. This was a great dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Angry Man and La Original, man. It was a pleasure to listen to their dialogue, man. And as always, yo, Mr. Palmer, my main man. All I know is we gonna be starting judging, folks. That's all I know.
Yeah, man. Tuesday. We got some shit for y'all, but yeah, appreciate you, my brother, and I'll definitely tune in with you tomorrow.
All
right, bro. Be
straight, folks.
My man Noble, man.
Right, bro.
What you got to say, bro?
Top off here. I'm about to. I was gonna go live, but I'm gonna make a video about the Joe Rogan shit. But what I hopped on for is to speak to the video that of anybody that's going through what he going through, that the brother went through, that took his life and killed his girl, man. Talk to somebody at some point for some reason. Just don't try to deal with all that stuff by yourself. It's a lot. Right. I'm a very strong person. I'm a very independent person, but I still reach out to my OGs, my older homeboys. Get help. Read. I tell brothers to read. That's the one thing I knew helped me. Get your body, focus on getting your body healthy. Read, because a lot of times you'll see that you're not as angry as you think you are when you get healthy, and you'll see some of the thought processes that you have in books. And just reach out, bro. When I see the dude, he said it over and over again. It's just a compilation of things. A lot of things, a build up to where he at. So to the young dudes and the old dudes, man, you're not alone. We here as a team. It may be a fucked up team, but we're a team nonetheless. And reach out to somebody at some point. You're doing good by being here, listening to this, and get yourself an opportunity to get help. And last thing I'm gonna say is to the same thing, to that point. We be reluctant to go get the help because we always pointed to professionals, and you go, I don't got the money for this. I don't care. Like I gave a brother earlier a link to my channel so you can get books for free. Get some of these books for free. You can download some of these PDFs and just find a way to get help. But don't let the professional community deter you because they want to be paid. And some of them do stuff pro bono. Some people will help you. They'll find it's always funding somewhere. So we don't want people to be in this situation. This is like the second situation in the last 2-3 months where a dude killed everybody, killed himself. And we don't want to see that. We know what's going to keep happening. But the people that's attached to this link, we want to be able to help you. So that's what I want.
Yes, sir. 100%, man. Shout out to Noble as always.
Thank you, man. You're doing an awesome job. I appreciate you, bro.
Likewise, brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Hey, man. Shout out to the Bay Mama Terry's Bounty Hunters. This was a hell of a good dialogue and show. I'm gonna do more panels like this. You know, I want to talk more about this feminism. I didn't know black women started feminism. I thought it was a white one. I've been saying Al Karen created that shit. Well, if the black woman started, then Al Karen took the shit over. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But I appreciate everybody that came on. You know what I'm saying? The non-lawyer, and Dirty Folks, Angry Man, everybody came on here, La Original, you know. We definitely gotta talk, have a dialogue. You may disagree, may agree, whatever, but we definitely gotta have a dialogue as adults. I want to give a shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He says, reporting live from the sunny Los Angeles, California. Fuck you. You out there in the motherfucking sun and shining and shit. And I'm out here in 25, 30 degrees with snow in the fucking grass. Man, fuck you. Shout out to my brother. Enjoy. Shout out to the kid's dad. He out there in Texas for the 999. He said, Cows gang, 100 highways and byways. Keep on trucking. Salute, man. Be safe out there on the road. But yeah, man, this was definitely a good one. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to start doing more panels, have more discussions. I want to have more women on there as well, whether they agree or disagree, and come with some real shit. Now, on this note, I do want to say prayers to Ariana Reed, because I think it didn't have to happen. And I want to say prayers to her family. Also, as men, we have to stop being simp forces, because you being a simp forcer will take your ass down a rabbit hole and you ain't coming back. I'm telling you. As you see, dude kept saying, keep playing with me, keep playing with me, keep playing with me. Most women are using you simp forces for their game, whether if it's money, whether if it's to be they protector, whether it's to go out and destroy others. Wait, what you mean? How's that, News Shenanigans? You talking to me? How's that what? Let me know if you're talking to me. But you have to definitely stop dealing with these simp forces. Women need to stop dealing with simp forces, because when you try to use them or make them your rebound or your sucker, and you decide you don't want them no more, you go on ahead and whoever you want to be with, who you already was with, 9 times out of 10, dude ain't just gonna walk away. He gonna go and do some shit like this and holler he got mental issues. And like I said, men and women, please teach your daughters and your sons not to be in situations like this. Please court and vet your woman much as possible before you jump the gun. Don't get up in a situation like Duty Low or have a motherfucker like FTN Bay. You don't want that situation to happen, especially if you ain't got no kids with this motherfucker. So y'all definitely need to be safe out here. But like I said, man, this is one of the reasons why the page is here, so we can vent, talk, and have a good dialogue, whether we agree or disagree, because that's what adults do. So yeah, y'all be safe out here. I'll be out here in the cold. Y'all motherfuckers in the sunshine. The hell with y'all niggas. And everybody else who's cold like me, salute. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around trying to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public wearing fake halos, behind closed doors she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this.
It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Truth is what it is.